Nobody was meant to have this many options, and we are paying for it. I think today's video is going to be talking about the pure fact that social media has completely crushed the dating scene. If you really go back to like even just a few years ago, like 5-10 years ago, you actually had to go outside and meet people in real life. Now you could just literally go on a dating website, Instagram, Tinder, Hinge, all these other dating sites. You could just meet somebody and it's like you don't really actually have to, like, you know, do the hard work of cold approaching a girl, getting to know her. But now it's just like, oh, like some pictures, follow, hey. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I'm guilty of that shit too. Like I use the dating apps, but at the same time, you know, I've also made sure to never lose the skill to be able to approach women in real life, because I think that's just something that's very important for communication skills. So, but maybe that's not the only thing this video is about. Let's get right into it and see what it's talking about. But love y'all, appreciate y'all. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you guys pull up to the Twitch streams. Link to that is in the description. We're streaming every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Where you at, family? You know where to find me. Come on.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look sweet.
You bad.
10 out of 10.
We was never supposed to meet this many or see this many bad women at one time.
Guys aren't meant to see this many hot bitches.
Back in the olden days, they would see 200 baddies in their whole life. And now it's like they are desensitized.
The problem is y'all let social media think you had all these options. Baby, you ain't got no options.
Fellas, stop thinking you could get girls like this, like this, like this.
I mean, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I'm going for the baddies though. I don't fuck what y'all niggas talking about. You know, but the thing is, beauty's within the eye of the beholder. Like, you know what I'm saying? Different type of people find different type of things attractive.
It's not real.
This is the most baddie-saturated era in human history. Back in the day, your dating options were probably the nice girl from church who sat a few pews down, or the handsome young man who held the door open for you at the grocery store, or maybe even the delivery man who smiled a little too long when he handed you your package. It was limited, it was human, but it was enough. Fast forward to today, you can scroll past 35 faces on Tinder before you even brush your teeth. And you may be thinking, isn't this a good thing? There are so many options, that means everybody can find their true love, right? Wrong, because too many options isn't creating more love. It's actually killing it. Welcome to the girl talk you didn't know you needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. There's just always someone out there that's better. And that illusion is changing everything.
Social media has made us feel like there's better. Like there's always better.
Grass is
And
greener syndrome.
Boy, it's crazy. Now it's kind of like, yeah, she's nice, but this one's got a bigger one. This one's got...
I think that's true. But again, I think from a man's perspective, we really have to work overtime to make sure that we aren't, you know, being this shallow. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm not trying to be in a relationship or be having relations with somebody that I'm not attracted to. So if I'm looking at you and I'm not attracted to you, like, I don't want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? That's just is what it is. But at the same time, you got a very good woman that you are attracted to. You know what I'm saying? She's got a great personality. She's honest. You know, she's, you know, just everything that you could ask for out of a woman. And then you diminish her value because that girl has a fatter ass, because that girl has bigger fun bags, because that girl's more baddie. Now, that's where it's like, yo, bro, you got to wake up. You got to wake up to reality, because one thing is for sure, like a pretty face, a nice smile, but fucking terrible personality. As a man, you are signing yourself up for failure. 100%.
Yeah, social media has made things are more accessible.
Yeah, because instead of people just seeing each other as human beings, it's starting to become like scrolling through a menu. You glance over the menu, see something you like, you may want to sample it, if you catch my drift. But if you don't enjoy the full meal, what are you gonna do? You're gonna push it aside and order a new one.
These young girls, they have so many options for guys. So these young girls, they around with guys are disposable. They don't give a shit because they have...
That is the other side of this shit though. I feel like it's actually worse for the guys dating scene, because like, again, men are always typically more in the position of pursuit. And so women are just overstimulated with so much male validation to the point where they don't even understand what's real life. So now when every nigga pulling up trying to shoot they shot, it's like it's regular. Like, oh, like he's just another guy shooting a shot. I done had 100 of these this week. You know what I mean? So that shit does suck. But I always encourage y'all, man, like live in the real world. Live in the real world. There's still good people out there. And this is still just internet talk.
Too many options. And it's literally like abundance times 1,000.
Dating apps make it seem like endless options are a win, but the real win is when scrolling actually gives something back to you. And that's exactly what Cash Giraffe, the
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna give it to her. I ain't gonna lie, I did not sense it as fast as I should have. But W plug, I see you, get your coins, go off, sis.
Anyways, you might as well be earning while you play instead of scrolling for something else. Something else being endless, attractive people. Back in the olden days, maybe 20, 30 years ago, I'm only 20 something, so don't fact check me because I was still in diapers. But your dating pool was whoever you bumped into at work, maybe at school, through friends. And you kind of had to put in the work to find your true match.
In the 70s and 80s, meeting someone meant putting yourself out there. You'd strike up a conversation.
Yeah, I mean, bro, you got to think before social media, if you saw a baddie walking down the street and you was like, oh shit, like, oh, I need a piece of that. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? You had to act on it right then and there in that moment because she walks away, you might never see her again. She's gone into the big blue world. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to act. But now it's like, you might fuck around, see a girl in real life, and social media is so smart. You motherfucking, she goes about her business and 2 days later, she popping up on your For You page.
At a party or lock eyes at a bar or nervously dial their home phone number after getting it from a mutual friend.
Facts. I remember this. I remember talking to girls on the phone, on the home phone. And then, her mom or dad getting on the phone being like, hey, who is this? Who you talking to? Who's talking to my daughter? Man, good times.
There was no swiping. There were no algorithms. It was just good old-fashioned courage and luck.
If they weren't your type, maybe not a match. Tough luck. You either settled or waited until fate brought you your person. That's until dating apps came onto the scene. Apps like Tinder, Hinge, Bumble suddenly turned what used to be rare into something endless. So instead of maybe meeting someone at school, at work, on the bus, now you have a whole lineup of strangers in your pocket waiting to be swiped on. Suddenly, love stopped being a slow burn that you just stumbled into. It was something quick that you could find straight from your phone. And at first glance, people thought this was amazing.
Facts, bodies on social media be fake as fuck too.
Because that excitement of my dream man may bump into me at work turned into my dream man is right here in my phone.
Y'all are always asking me, where do I find the men that I be talking to? I just find them online, okay? And ain't nothing better, no better dating app than the OG Tinder, okay?
The best dating app is
from a female's perspective, but that shit is that shit's GG's for guys.
Hinge. They literally say the app that's meant to be deleted. If you cannot find somebody on Hinge, it might just be you and your profile.
But here's where it flipped. Because at first, it really did feel like you could meet your true love online. But then it stopped being about true love and just started being about swiping through everyone.
Today, I'm swiping right on every girl using Bumble. Cute, hot, ugly, and everything in between. If I was to lower my standards completely, how well would I do?
Hear me out. You could have the best first date of your life. Y'all both have the same humor. You're finishing each other's sentences like it's a cheesy rom-com. Everything is going great. But
that'd be the best, man, when you just, the vibe is there. When the vibe is just perfect.
By the time you get home, you get a notification. Your phone lights up, and it reminds you that there are 30 other contenders waiting.
Yeah, and that's the problem. The grass greener mentality. Like, that's where it's kind of like, bro, if you got a good vibe going, at least see it through.
And suddenly, that person that you just shared a special moment with, it isn't seeming that special anymore.
Nowadays, you go on a really good date, you come home, you scroll social media, oh, that girl's hot, ooh, new Hinge match. All of a sudden, the date that you went on that was really good, that you would love to follow up with, is no longer relevant, and you're on to the next one.
Here's where the term illusion of options comes in. We live in a time where you can swipe so much, have endless choices of love and partners, that commitment stops feeling like a blessing and becomes more of a curse instead. Now we have many people not wanting to settle, not wanting to be tied down in serious relationships because they don't want to close the door on possibilities that they've never even met yet.
That's why they leaving their relationship. That's why they cheating. That's why they leaving their husband, leaving their wife, because they're not mature enough. A lot of people can't handle the options. It's too many options out there. It's too much candy in the candy shop.
All right, serious question. Why did this generation go from until death do us part to until I'm dissatisfied?
Because we think we got all these options. You know how many women in my DM right now? Why the f would I compromise on something with you when I could go out here and get a woman who don't care about it?
So you may hear phrases like, why settle for less? Don't let your boyfriend stop you from meeting your husband.
My ex was
That is such a terrible mentality to have.
a great guy. Like, even after we broke up, still sending me flowers to my apartment.
That nigga's going out bad. Nigga, y'all broke up and you still sending her flowers? Nigga. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga's a sucker, bro. That nigga's going out sad.
You know, like, just a great guy, but for somebody else. And we didn't break up because of anything that he did to me, anything that I found out or anything that I did to him. We literally broke up because just of small things that led me to understand that this was not my husband. And so I needed to make room for my husband by exiting that relationship.
And I'm
Jesus Christ, and he's still sending her flowers. Bro, lock in, brother.
I'm not here to tell you to settle on the first person that you lay eyes on. I'm just saying that this type of mindset tricks us into believing that nothing is ever good enough. It's like trying to enjoy a meal, but you're scrolling on DoorDash at the same time. Of course, that meal isn't going to be as appetizing as the potential food you could have ordered. So a lot of people get this thought in their head of what if? What if there's someone taller? What if there's someone prettier? What if there's someone richer?
I really wish that girls understood that it's always a better man. Like, there's always a better man.
There's always a better everything, though. That's not the point. You know, and I think a lot of young people got that shit so fucked up. Like, yes, there's always a better everything, but there's always worse too, nigga. Y'all gotta understand, when it comes to this relationship shit, we all are flawed. It's about accepting that person's flaws. Now, I 100% agree that you should have your deal breakers. You know what I'm saying? If people are showing you things that you just can't accept, then cool. That's your deal breaker and it is what it is. Like, that person's just not compatible with you. But to a degree, you do have to kind of be like, yo, our personalities match. We laugh at each other's jokes. I enjoy their company. You know, she cooks, she cleans, you know, whatever I'm talking for the male perspective, whatever it is that just checks off your boxes, but her laugh is a little bit corny. Like, I don't know, she snores in her sleep, you know, like, or sometimes she has a little bit of an attitude when you guys, you know, bicker, but it's not disrespectful. It's just a little bit of attitude there. It's like, now you gotta kind of really dive deep within yourself and think to you, like, am I gonna walk away from somebody where I'm having such an amazing experience with because I'm nitpicking at the things that I don't like? And then you also got to take into consideration, like, if you nitpicking on shit you don't like about them, you don't think they're doing the same to you? There's something you doing that they're kind of like, I don't really like when they do that. You know, and I think to a certain degree, at a certain point, you just kind of have to accept somebody's flaws, because we're all flawed human beings, bro. We're all flawed human beings.
And I'm telling you, and y'all be so stuck on the wrong one, y'all gotta start putting yourselves in position to get the right one. Be open to meeting a better man, because there's always a better man.
A lot of you are moving like they're about to drop a new batch of husbands on a new batch of wives in 2025, and that's not happening. Like, what you see is what you get. I don't know what some of y'all think is out here, but you got somebody that's trying to be with you, trying to work it out with you, trying to communicate with you, trying to go out there way for you, and you.
A girl dumped me once and she told me it was because I didn't wear designer. That shit pissed me off till I realized how obsessed she was with perfection. Fuck that bitch though. Bro, a girl dumps you because you weren't wearing designer? Like, trust me, She might have her way in life at a certain point, especially if she's like an Instagram baddie at some point. But one thing that you got to remember, people that only chase materialism, their life will end with misery, bro. You know what I'm saying? Unless they lock in and realize that they've been chasing the wrong things. Because if you break up with someone because they don't wear designer, what? I promise you she's in for a rude awakening.
Think that there is
What up, Carrie?
something
Welcome to the
better.
stream.
It's the grass is greener on the other side on steroids. Because now it's not just maybe there's someone better out there for me. It feels like there are millions of better options. And I honestly believe that people get a hit of dopamine whenever they're swiping on these dating apps or going on Instagram to find their next sneaky link.
Hot girls don't use Tinder to look for relationships. Hot girls use Tinder for constant validation.
And here's the dangerous psychological twist of all of it. That little spark of excitement that people get, it's starting to become replaced with something entirely different. That's the slot machine mentality. They swipe, they don't like, so they swipe again, hoping that maybe the next one hits.
Okay, I'm re-downloading Hinge. Guess what? You're gonna be so proud of me. Deleted Hinge off of my phone.
Okay.
But I downloaded Bumble. I think it could be better. Cute. I'm gonna re-download it.
And after a while, it's not even about love anymore, it's about the possibility. If y'all want to get really, really real, a lot of these dating apps, they're built like casinos. The pull down refresh, the bright colors, the little animations, the loud notifications that boost excitement and the possibility of a win. And just like a casino, the jackpot really isn't what hooks you. It's the anticipation that the jackpot might be next.
The apps are like slot machines, except instead of money, we're losing self-esteem. Right, you swipe left, swipe right, and boom, it's at 1 a.m. and I built a fake life in my head with someone who hasn't texted back in like 6 days.
And I'm not bashing online dating, as a lot of you know, I literally met my husband on Tinder.
Oh, she's married?
It's never that serious. So I'm not saying that you can't possibly find love or hit the jackpot on apps like that, but we can't ignore the fact that apps like that are desensitizing us to what genuine connection is supposed to feel like.
Y'all have truly lost the art of building genuine connections with people, which is why y'all get y'all this internet every day and scream about the dating pool being so terrible.
What used to be a handful of faces in your world suddenly became millions at your fingertips. And not just more faces, more prettier ones too, with better skin and perfect angles and perfect filters. You can scroll long enough on Instagram or on these dating apps and you start to feel like average isn't average anymore. And you know what I'm talking about. We see it on social media. We see it on Instagram. There's a baddie every scroll.
So basically, my best friend found out from some guy that there was somebody on the dating apps who were basically catfishing, pretending to be her. So she asked me, will you make a fake profile, like as a guy, and then like swipe through and see if you come across my profile? So I'm like, yeah, girl, I got you. Y'all, when I tell you, I was swiping 10 after 10 after 10 after 10, like gorgeous woman after gorgeous woman after gorgeous woman, all of them with very well thought out profiles, all of them with hobbies and interests, who want long-term committed relationships, all of them who are like clearly putting a lot of effort into this. And like I couldn't run out of options. It seemed like no matter how many times I swipe, there was always another 10 waiting for me.
And apparently, men are becoming desensitized to these baddies. They've seen so many online that they just expect to run into them in real life too, which means regular, everyday, average women are starting to feel invisible, or maybe not enough.
You can go on TikTok and see so many unreal looking women. These women don't even necessarily have to be celebrities. So you're just like, okay, women can look like this, regular, degular women. And this has in turn raised men's expectation of how.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's like one of those things where me personally, I'm not going to settle for nothing that I'm not attracted to. I need to be attracted to my woman. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The same way I feel like women should be attracted to their man. But when you looking around on and you just got all them IGs on baddies on your IG, it's like you also can't fucking brainwash yourself into thinking that's how everybody looks, bro. Like that's not the case. That's not the case.
Women are supposed to look. If a girl does not have like unreal features and a highly edited looking
And these hoes be fake as fuck.
face, she is mid. You'll see a baddie and it's just no longer rare to you. You can open Instagram Reels and find 10 other carbon copies.
You see why this baddie overload is a bit concerning? Most adult women do not look like these perfectly filtered, most likely altered baddies. And if I pop examples up on screen, I'm not trying to talk about any of these women in a bad way. It's just to show how copy and paste this aesthetic has become.
Yeah, and that's where it's like a lot of these hoes, they all look alike, bro. Sometimes for me, it's more attractive when you got a more unique look. That's why sometimes I don't even really like girls that be wearing like makeup and shit, bro. Because it's like, okay, it's the real you. You don't just got this copy and paste look looking like, you know, the Kardashians and them.
Anybody else find it a little scary how everybody literally looks the same from the BBLs to the lashes to the weaves to the makeup to the outfits? Like, it's really starting to get a little scary.
And the aesthetic isn't the only thing that's copy and pasted, it's the mentality too. If you're a man or a woman, honestly, it doesn't matter. Just hear me out. If you're currently in the dating scene and you've been on multiple dates with multiple different people, and you start noticing that they have the same thought process, the same language, the same TikTok slang, the same jokes.
I ain't gonna lie, motherfuckers start using the TikTok slang on the first date. It's GG's.
It's because we basically are copy and pasted.
Most of y'all look exactly the same on them dating apps. Got the same weave, same lashes, same butt pic, same profile. Y'all all look the same.
I don't know about y'all, but I haven't been this uninterested in dating in my entire life. Like, it's like I'm finding the same exact person in everybody. And I don't like it.
Nowadays, it's social media that's teaching people what's supposed to be done. From the body altercations to the makeup looks to the trends to the...
Bro, I hate when girls do that lip filler shit. It does not look good. I do not like lip fillers, bro. I don't know how that shit got popular, bro. Like, it's like, what the fuck? That shit is not cute.
Aesthetic. Everybody is basically the same. Now, I did a whole deep dive on this topic in my video, We're All Clones Now. You can go ahead and check it out somewhere up here. But let's be real, we live in a society that rewards the same looks, the same aesthetics over and over again. So, if a perfectly average woman pops up in the dating scene, she's now competing with those other women.
But this is the thing, though. I ain't gonna lie, my perfectly average women, y'all the queens, man. Y'all the original ones. Y'all the ones staying down, staying true to yourself. Original beauty right out the womb. I respect it. I'll appreciate you, baby.
Be real. She's competing with the perfect skin, the perfect body, the perfect teeth.
I tell you, dating apps do not make you feel pretty.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, I do want some teeth, bro. I do. I ain't gonna lie, that's probably my biggest insecurity. I've got mixed reviews, bro. How do y'all feel about my smile? How y'all feel about my smile? Like, I feel like when I make it, I want to go get my teeth done. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Look at me, I'm talking all this shit, but I don't know, bro. Too white? You think wait, what the fuck, nigga? You just said my teeth are too white? Two white teeth? What, do you want my shit to be yellow, nigga? Hey. When you laugh, it's clean, but the smile's a little goofy. I'll do the same thing. Teeth play a big part. Yeah, I don't know. I want to get my teeth done. I'm not going to lie to you. So whenever I do it, y'all mind y'all business.
They don't make me feel pretty.
Being ugly on Hinge in reference to how bad I feel when I use dating apps. I find every time I get on Hinge, my self-esteem goes through the floor. Anyone that I like does not like me back. And anyone that likes me makes me wonder why, in what world, we would be a match.
And listen, I'm not saying that women have to compete over a man's attention. You don't have to do that, trust me. But let's be real. Let's touch grass for just a millisecond. Can we do that? If you're out here looking for your person, Trust me, there are a lot of other people doing the same thing too. So what happens when everybody is out here searching at the same time and everybody has the same options? First of all, the market gets flooded. Suddenly, no connection feels special because there's always another face, another option, another potential jackpot waiting right behind it. Love was never supposed to
I love her videos as well. She's a great content creator.
Compete with an endless feed of people. But here we are in the 21st century with feeds full of baddies, 10 out of 10, perfectly sculpted gym bros, and the perfect couples that appear to never have problems.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. I mean, it's weird because it's cool when couples open up about like their problems on the internet because it kind of grounds them and makes them feel relatable. But at the same time, it's like, I'm also not mad at not airing out your dirty laundry. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's on one hand, it's not their responsibility to fucking coach y'all motherfuckers that are watching them and make you guys feel inclusive in their relationship. It's their relationship. So if they only want to show you the best parts of their relationships, that's up to them. But in return, it does start painting the picture. It's like, oh, they're so perfect, they don't have problems, when it's like, you don't know that. And then that's where it's just like, I got to look at y'all and be like, hey man, you got to have some level of realism when you're watching your favorite content creators. Like, they're just showing you highlights of their lives. Like, you don't get to see all the problems.
So now,
hey, welcome to the stream, GXD, man. First time to the Where You At family stream. Thank you for pulling up. Let's go.
Now, the question is, do you think love can survive on endless options? Or are the illusions of options our downfall? Go ahead and comment your opinions down.
W video. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. At the end of the day, man, it's 2025, so are social media dating apps gonna go away? No. There's only gonna be more. It's only gonna get more extreme as time goes on. But I think as long as you are, you know, emotionally intelligent and not falling into the bullshit and falling into the parasocial habits, I think you'll be all right. But you do have to be intentional. That is something you do have to be intentional and be like, hold up, am I being shallow right now? Am I looking around and just kind of being like, oh, the grass is greener over there? Or do you have a really good, you know, potential partner standing right in front of you? You know, you got to appreciate the stuff that's right in front of you. God is showing you the way, man. I don't know if everybody watching is religious, but, you know, I'd like to believe that God be putting people in your lives, and sometimes you need to appreciate the ones that are there. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. Tap into the Twitch streams. The links will be in the description. We're streaming every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Where you at, family?
Where you at, Berto? I made this shit look too easy.